Attention duelists. Or it's been another Master Duel Monday, which means it's time for the old watch and learn. So let's start watching and see what we learn. We have a rocket player going up against agents. Opponent's going to set Sanctuary in the sky, summon Agent of Miracles Jupiter, set one back row, and pass turn. Player activates Quick Launch, special summons Rocket Tracer from their deck. This will activate the effect of Noctovision Dragon, allowing it to summon itself. Yep, because a Dark Dragon was special summoned to your field, special summon Noctovision Dragon. He's then going to set Boot Sector Launch, and his opponent is going to activate Mystical Space Typhoon to destroy Boot Sector before he can use its effect. Rocket Tracer is going to be linked off into a Striker Dragon. Striker Dragon on summon will add another Boot Sector Launch to his hand, which he will then activate. He'll use the effect of Boot Sector Launch to special summon from his hand Metal Rocket and Exploder Rocket. Exploder Rocket and Striker will be linked up into Quad Boral Dragon. And Metal Rocket and Noctovision will be linked off to make Delingerous Dragon. Noctovision Dragon will end draw a card because it was sent to the graveyard. Let's just double check exactly that. Sent to the graveyard as link material to allow him to draw a card. He then used the effect of Delingerous Dragon. No, he used the effect of Quad Boral Dragon, discarding Magna Rocket Dragon to destroy Delingerous Dragon, which will then summon Rocket Tracer and Magna Rocket, and Delingerous Dragon will resummon itself. Then activates Monster Reborn to bring back Exploder Rocket Dragon. And he makes the link for Boral Load Dragon. Rocket Tracer uses its effect to destroy Magna Rocket Dragon to summon Silver Rocket Dragon. Silver Rocket and Rocket Tracer are going to be overlaid to make Boral Load X Charge Dragon. He used the effect of both his Boral Dragons to decrease the attack power of Agent of Miracles. Not paying attention, apparently, because he didn't know Sanctuary in the Sky would mean that no matter how low he dropped Jupiter's attack points, his opponent would not have taken battle damage, because Jupiter is a fairy monster. So he should have attacked with Quad Boral over Jupiter, because it was now bigger after the stat decrease, then swung directly with both his Boral Dragons. The opponent is going to special summon Master Hyperion by banishing type Jupiter and end their turn. Draws Gateway Dragon, uses Borload's effect to decrease Hyperion's attack power. Going to attempt to swing into Hyperion, activating Borload's effect. His opponent will activate Herald of Orange Light to negate that effect and destroy Borload. Other Borload will then swing over Hyperion. Still no damage done. Opponent activates Monster Reborn to bring back Master Hyperion. Then use Master Hyperion's effect, banishing a fairy monster to destroy Boot Sector Launch. Doesn't attack, doesn't use Hyperion's effect twice. Summons Rocket Synchron, use its effect to special summon Exploder Rocket Dragon from the graveyard. He's going to sync them both off into Borload Savage Dragon. Savage Dragon will equip itself with Boral Dragon, giving it 4 counters and giving it an extra 1500 attack points. Finally, the first damage of the game is dealt. Player summons Mystic Shine Ball. Player activates Boral Supplier. Swings Boral X charge over Mystic Shine Ball, and then directly with Savage Dragon for game. Kind of a sloppy game, but it did end the way I thought it would. Let's go on to the next one. I have a Pendulum deck. Activates Sky Iris and sets Double Iris Magician in the Pendulum Zone. Activates Duelist Alliance. Adds Pendulum Dragon to his hand. Sky Iris will destroy Double Iris. Add another Pendulum Dragon to his hand. Sets Pendulum Dragon in the Pendulum Zone. Destroys itself. Gets Wisdom Eyes Magician added to hand. Passes turn. Opponent summons Harpy Channeler, discards Harpy Sisters to summon Harpy's Pet Dragon. Both monsters are overlaid into Red Eye's Flare Metal Dragon. Flare Metal swings direct for 2,800. Then ends his turn. Sets Odd Eye's Pendulum Dragon. Flare Metal will respond by doing 500 damage. Sky Iris destroys Odd Eyes to give him another Odd Eyes. He takes another 500 damage. Sets another Pendulum Dragon, another 500. Sets one monster in defense mode, uses Pendulum Dragon's effect to destroy itself, adds Stargaze Magician, and another 500. Flare Metal Dragon's effect has done 2,000 damage. Player activates Raigeki, summons a Harpy Lady, swings with Red Eye's Flare Metal and Harpy Lady for game. Pendulum player did not really do much. And the Flare Metal player didn't have to do much. Another Pendulum looking deck. Player activates Chicken Game. Sets Time Gazer Magician and Dragon Pulse Magician in the Pendulum Zones. Uses Chicken Game to draw a card. Activates Duelist Alliance to get Double Iris Magician. He will then Pendulum summon Double Iris. Ends his turn. Opponent activates Witchcrafter Unveiling. Summons Witchcrafter Schemata. Activates Witchcrafter Creation. Adding Witchcrafter Madame Vere to hand. Uses Schemata's effect to discard Holiday and tribute Schemata to special summon Witchcrafter Hate. Special summons Dogmatica Aiden. Swings over Double Iris. Swings direct, but does not do damage. Witchcrafter Holiday's effect will activate in the graveyard to return itself to the hand. Player adds Star Pendulum Graph to the hand when Double Iris was destroyed. Draws Solemn Judgment for turn. Pendulum summons back Double Iris. Activates Star Pendulum Graph. Player will chain Witchcrafter Hane, discarding Holiday, targeting Double Iris. Double Iris is destroyed. Double Iris Magician's effect attempts to activate. Player will Ash Blossom it. Player will use Chicken Game's effect to draw another card. Using the effect of Dragon Pulse Magician, discarding Odd Eyes Mirage Dragon to destroy Witchcrafter Hane. Passes turn. Summons Rolona, the Magistus of Vare. Adds Magistus Theurgy to hand. Sends Rolona away to Link summon Artemis, Magistus Moon Maiden. Activates Magistus Theurgy, equipping her with Varum. The Magistus Divinity Dragon activates Magicalized Fusion. Sending away 5 Magicians for Quintet Magician. Quintet Magician, summoned using 5 different Magicians, will destroy all cards his opponent controls, will swing direct for 4,500. Draws Chronograph Sorcerer for turn, activates Lightning Storm. Quintet Magician not destroyed by card effects. Sets Chronograph Sorcerer, destroys it with his own Mystical Space Typhoon, sets Solemn Judgment, pass turn. Player activates Autonomous Action Unit. targeting Odd Eyes Mirage Dragon. Player will Solemn Judgment that. Goes to battle phase, swings with Quintet Magician for game. Alright, wasn't too bad of a game. Not really getting the back and forth I'd like to see, but I am seeing some unconventional stuff. Which is to say I haven't had to see Sword Soul yet. Right, with this we have a Dark Lord Despia deck. They summon Indulge Dark Lord, use her effect. Player will chain Max C. Summons a Dark Lord Uko back to his opponent's field. Uses the effect of Ixchel, discard itself and another Indulged Dark Lord to draw 2. One is Banishment of the Dark Lords, other is Herald of Orange Light. Activates Banishment of the Dark Lords. Gets Dark Lord Morningstar added to hand. Activates Super Polymerization, discarding Despian Tragedy. Using Uko back and Indulged into Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. Passes turn. Opponent's turn, they activate Sword Soul Emergence. There it is. We add Moye to hand, summon Moye, reveal Taya, activates Herald of Orange Light, discarding Indulge Dark Lord. That will negate and destroy Moye. Player activates Tenyi Spirit Ashuna, summons itself, sends it away to link summon Monk of the Tenyi. Player activates Long Yuan's effect, discarding Taya to summon itself, gets a token. Tenyi Spirit Ashuna will banish itself to summon Tenyi Spirit Satana. Satana and Sword Soul token will be linked up into Grand Soul Chishao. Chishao will add the Sword Soul Sacred Summit to hand. Will activate Sacred Summit, targeting Taya. Taya is summoned. Taya's effect activates. Banish Satana, summon a Sword Soul token. Long Yuan, and the token will be synced up into Supreme Sovereign Chen Ying. Damage is dealt because Long Yuan uses a Synchro Summon. Sword Soul Taya and Monk of the Tenyi will make Shaman of the Tenyi. 10 Shaman's effect will activate, discarding Effect Veiler to re-summon Taya. Will activate Pot of Desires, banishing 10 to draw 2. Sets a back row, swings over Venom Fusion Dragon. Fusion Dragon's effect would activate, but instead Grandmaster Shishao banishes a card to protect itself from destruction, but not all the other cards. Player will draw Alibur, Jester of Despia for the turn, summons Alibur. Opponent will infinite impermanence it. Alibur's effect is negated. Alibur will swing into Chishao for game. I don't know what I'm... Activate Sword Soul Emergence. Add Moye to hand. Summon Moye. Reveal a worm. Get a token. Sync them off. For Shishao. Sorry, last turn it was Chen Ying who was still on board, not Shishao. Effects will chain. Moye will add Gaga Magician to hand. Chen Ying will add Long Yuan. Long Yuan will use his effect, discarding the worm to summon himself and a token, which will then both be synced off into Baron de Fleur. Long Yuan will deal 1200, sets Crossout Designator, passes turn. Player activates Infinite Impermanence, targeting Baron de Fleur. Will chain Crossout Designator, getting rid of his own Infinite Impermanence to negate the effect of his opponents. Player activates Pot of Duality, reveals the top 3, adds Dark Contract with the King of the Swamp. Sorry, with the Swamp King. Baron de Fleur will negate this. Despite the fact that because his opponent used Pot of Duality, he could not special summon this turn anyway. So, Forbidden Contract with the Swamp King would not have been able to do anything, because its effects are all about special summoning. So negating that was a mistake. Player activates another one, can't use it, sets 2 other back row, passes turn. Baron de Fleur has already wasted its 1 negation. Uses Baron's effect to attempt to destroy Solemn Strike. Player will chain Solemn Strike, which will destroy Baron. Goes into battle, attempts to swing with Chishao. Activates Exo Sister Vadis. Summoning 2 Exo Sisters, which were Stella and Ellis. Swings into Stella. Ellis is shuffled back into the deck. Activates Dark Contract with King of the Swamp. Well, King of the Swamp makes him take 1,000 damage. Activates Pot of Extravagance, draws 2. Activates Dark Contract with the entities. Sets 1 back row, passes turn. I don't know what this guy is playing. Activates Fairy Box, opponent summons Gaga Magician. He could just pass turn and the contracts would win for him. Calls the coin toss wrong. Gaga Magician swings direct. What a weird match. I have a Sky Striker player. Activates Mobilize Engage. Adds Hornet Drones to hand. Activates Maneuver Vector Blast. And Hornet to summon the token. Activates Reload, sending their 2 cards back into the deck. Draw another 2. Links off the token into Ace Kagari. Kagari's effect goes off. Adds Mobilize Engage back to hand. Activates Mobilize Engage again. Adds Aerospace to hand. And Mystical Space Typhoon. Sets 1, activates Aerospace. Uses its effect. Adds Afterburners to hand, sends away the card they targeted. Activates Eagle Booster. MSTs their own Aerospace. Aerospace summoned Ray. Ray and Kigar are going to link off into Zeke. Zeke is going to be linked off into Shizuku. Activates Hornet Drone, or activates Afterburners to destroy their own Shizuku. The right hand shark in the opponent's graveyard is going to summon itself back to the field. Activates Magical Mallet. Sends back 2, draws 2. Summons Tenny Spirit Shatana. Overlays that with Shark for Utopia Double. Uses Utopia Double's effect to add a double or nothing to their hand. And turn Utopia Double into Utopia. With 5,000 attack points. Player reveals, or uses ZW Ajua Strike. Doesn't attack. Player passes turn, draws for turn, does nothing. Opponent's turn. They reveal Ogopogo. Ogopogo does go to graveyard, which will send Mothman to graveyard. Goes to main phase, goes to end phase, does not attack. I don't understand. Alright, so the Utopia double play would have given him, he would attack with Utopia, use its own effect to stop its own attack, activate double or nothing, which will double Utopia's attack, and let it attack again, for before using Ajura Strike, would have been 10,000, which would have been game. And he didn't do that. I don't understand. So activates Shark Cannon, summons Shatana, passes turn. Goes to battle phase, attacks, now uses Utopia's effect into double or nothing. Now it's game. That was over long before we got to here. Embarrassing. Also, I don't know what the Sky Striker player was doing, using every card they had to give themselves nothing. Player activates Pot of Prosperity. Opponent chains Ash Blossom. Ends turn. Player activates Trismegistus. Use its effect. Chains Max C. Summon Zorua. Normal summons Prophecy. Yeah, Spellbook Magician of Prophecy. Player will Ash Blossom the Prophecy. Zorua will equip itself with Artemis. Artemis will add Relona to hand. Goes to battle phase. Swings with Zorua and Spellbook of Prophecy for 2,000. Passes turn. Draws Harpy's Feather Duster. Uses Feather Duster, activates Virtual World Kawalan, setting Virtual Gate Chuche, sets Cosmic Cyclone, passes turn. Uses Zorua's effect to equip itself with Varam. Special summons Relona in defense mode. Summons Breaker, sends Breaker and Relona away to summon Bujinki Ahashima. Uses Ahashima's effect to summon Relona and Exo-Sister Ellis. They're going to be Xyz'd into Ninaru, Magistus Glass Goddess. Removes a unit to add Relona back to the hand. Shima's effect will go off to destroy Chuche. Swings with Zorua, swings with Spellbook. That's 2,000 damage. Swings with the Ahashima. Swings with Ninaru. Opponent is at 700. During the main phase 2, Ninaru will turn into an Divine Arsenal AA Zeus. Magistus Moonmaiden's effect will activate to to add Endymion, Magistus of Mastery, to hand. Player draws Forbidden Chalice, activates it, targeting Zeus. Passes turn. Goes to battle phase, Spellbook Prophecy swings, and then so does Zorua for game. That was one-sided from start to finish. Looks like there's a weird Sword Soul deck. Very weird. Activates Meteor of Destruction to do 1,000 damage to his opponent. Activates Magical Mallet. Sending back 3 cards. Activates Spell Absorption. Summons Taya in defense mode. Passes turn. Opponent is playing just big normal monsters. Passes turn, activates Cup of Ace. Wins the coin toss, gets 2 cards. Spell Absorption goes off. Activates Brain Control, taking control of Shiny Black Sea. Black Sea will swing over Luster Dragon. During the end phase, Black Sea goes back to his opponent's field. Opponent summons Sabersaurus. Swings with both monsters. Passes turn. Activate Sword Soul Sacred Summon. Summoning back Taya. Summons Max C. Links them both off into Nightmare Cerberus. Passes turn. Opponent summons Gilgarth. Swings with all monsters for game. I don't know what to think about that match. I was just weird. Alright, got a light sworn deck. The opponent sets a monster in a back row, passes turn. Player summon activates Solar Recharge, discarding Minerva, drawing 2. Minerva's effect goes off, sending 1. Summons Lumina, discarding Felis. Felis is summoned back. They are going to synchro into Michael the Arch-Lightsworn. His effect will go off to banish the opponent's Storm Mirror Force. He will swing over Sword Soul Taya. Activates Reinforcing the Army in main phase 2. Adds Raiden, Handle Lightsworn to hand. During the end phase, Michael makes him mill 3. There are Power Wall, Raigeki, and Ryoko. Opponent will tribute Michael to summon Jizukiri. Then activate Monster Reborn to summon Michael the Arch-Lightsworn back to their side of the field. We'll pay 1,000 life points to banish Jizukiri and swing directly for 26. During the end phase, Michael makes him mill 3. Unchained, Incredible Ecclesia, and Gedarla. What a weird deck. Player sets Ryoko, Twilight Soul Fighter, passes turn. Opponent sets a back row, uses Michael's effect to banish it. Swings direct again. Michael makes him mill 3. Drowning Mirror Force, Raigeki, and Super Polymerization. Draws Honest for turn. Activates Harpy's Feather Duster. Destroys an Abominable Chamber of the Unchained. Summons Raiden, Hand of the Lightsworn, who mills 2. Swings into Michael, activates Honest. Allow him to swing over Michael. Michael will then return 3 Lightsworns from his graveyard back to his deck. During the end phase, Raiden will mill 2, Solemn Warning, and Arcus. His opponent's turn, they activate Abomination's Prison, adding Unchained Twins Sarama to hand. Summon Sarama, using her effect, which will set Abominable Chamber of the Unchained, and then destroy Abominable Chamber of the Unchained, which will then summon Abominable Unchained Soul. Soul will discard Darkness Diabolos to destroy Raiden, will swing for 3k, and that's game. Nice to see more unconventional decks, which means they weren't Sword Soul. Because let's be honest, everyone's sick of it. Which we have a hero deck versus a Magician Girl deck. Player activates Dark Magic Circle, summons Apple Magician Girl, sets 1 back row, passes turn. Player summons Destiny Hero, draw hand, attempts to swing, opponent activates a Mirror Force. During the draw phase, Destiny Hero draw hand will summon itself back to the field, and both players draw another card. Player will activate the effect of Gaia, the Fierce Knight Origin, discarding Dark Magician to summon itself. Swings with Apple Magician Girl and Gaia, destroying draw hand and doing 1600 damage. Player draws Mask Change 2 for turn. Activates Monster Reborn to resurrect the Dark Magician. Activates Mask Change 2, discarding Blade Hedge and targeting Dark Magician to summon Masked Hero Anki. Activates Harpy's Feather Duster to destroy Dark Magical Circle. Normal summons Liquid Soldier. Activates the effect of Honest Neos. Anki swings directly, and Liquid Soldier swings over Magician Girl Apple. Main phase 2, player summons Beginning Night, activates Raigeki. swings with both monsters that he has in the field for 2,100. Player draws favorite hero, has no moves, passes turn. Goes straight to battle phase, swings with both monsters for another 2,100, passes turn. Draws elemental hero Blaze Man. Summons it, activates effect, add polymerization to hand. Swings over Origin Knight, or Beginning Knight. Passes turn. Gaia Fierce Net Origin swings over Blaze Man, sets 2 back row, passes turn. Player draws Vision Fusion. Passes turn. Player summons Crusader of Endymion, swings for game. I feel like I'm seeing a lot of just weird, sloppy decks today. Don't take that out of context. Alright, some kind of rocket deck. Opponent activates Barrier Statue of the Drought. Passes turn, sets 1 back row, passes turn. Player summons Kwaki Meru Dragon. Solemn Warnings it. Sets 3 back row, Called by the Grave, Forbidden Droplet, and Dragon Maid Tidying, passes turn. Opponent summons Barrier Statue of the Abyss. Swings with both monsters, passes turn. Sets 1 monster in defense mode, which is Rocket Recharger, passes turn. Opponent activates Moon Mirror Shield. Moon Mirror Shield allows Barrier Statue of the Drought to swing over Rocket Recharger. Player draws Dragon Maid Changeover, passes turn. During the battle phase, swings with both Barrier Statues, passes turn. Player draws for turn, does nothing, passes to his opponent. Opponent swings with both Barrier Statues. Passes turn. Player draws Ghost Bell. Activates Forbidden Droplet. To do nothing with it other than just say he played a card this game. Passes turn. Opponent swings with Barrier Statue of the Drought. That's game. There's some weird stuff happening tonight. Hey, Respawn Boy. Thanks for tuning in. Alright. Opponent activates Paw Desires, banishing 10 to draw 2, sets 1 back row, passes turn. Don't quite know what they're playing. Activates Lightning Storm to destroy his opponent's 1 back row, which was infinite impermanence. Activates Dark Room of Nightmare. And Reasoning, declares level 4. Reveals Nessie, and Nessie is summoned. Sets Marshmallow in face down defense mode, passes turn. Opponent activates Pot of Duality, reveals Lord of Heavenly Prison, Ash Blossom, and a Pot of Prosperity. Pot of Prosperity will activate, banishing 6. Looks like his opponent's playing Floodgate as Gecko the Ghost Destroyer. Gecko will swing into Marshmallow, which will deal 1,000 and not be destroyed. This will trigger Dark Room of Nightmare and do an extra 300. Yeah, I don't like Pot of Desires. There are certain situations where I think it could be helpful, like Grand Maju decks and decks that are about having more cards banished. Opponent activates Creature Swap and Dark Hole. After activating 1 Day of Peace. Player summons Battle Footballer and swings directly. Opponent has 7 cards in hand, and does he have a play? Summons Alpha, the Beast, Master of Beasts. Swings over Battle Footballer. Player draws Shard of Greed. Activates it, passes turn. Passes turn. Alpha Master of Beast swings direct for 3,000. Sets to second back row. Passes turn. Player draws Monster Reborn. Sets in back row. Activates Danger Thunderbird with only 1 card in hand. Danger Thunderbird is discarded, which will destroy his opponent's back row, which was Compulsory Evacuation Device. Then will activate Monster Reborn, targeting Marshmallow. Opponent will DD Crow Marshmallow. Now, this guy's playing some kind of big banishment deck, but I don't think he's really going to need to use whatever that's going to go for, because he has game on board, and he will swing with Alpha Master Beast for game. So many weird matches tonight. It looks like this guy is playing Cyber Sword Soul. Sets Dotscaper in defense mode, passes turn. Opponent will summon Elemental Hero Blazeman, add Polymerization, set 1 back row. Swings the Blazeman into Dotscaper, passes turn, takes damage, passes turn. Player draws Right Hand Shark. Special summons Backup Secretary. Will link off Backup Secretary and Dotscaper for Splash Mage. Dotscaper is summoned back. Splash Mage will resummon Backup Secretary. Splash Mage and Dotscaper are going to be linked off into Transcode Talker. Transcode Talker will resummon Splash Mage. Splash Mage and Transcode Talker are going to go into Access Code Talker. We'll banish Splash Mage to destroy his opponent's back row. We'll banish Transcode Talker to destroy Blazeman. We'll normal summon Lantern Shark. We'll swing with both the Lantern Shark and Access Code Talker. 60 card deck feels like, unless it has really good cycling, that you could run into a lot of dead draws. Unless there's just so many different things you can do with the 60 card deck, there's always a play. Player activates Polymerization, summons Elemental Hero Nova Master. Swings the Nova Master over Lantern Shark. This will allow him to draw a card. We'll activate that card, which is Generation Next, to summon Stratos. Stratos will swing over Backup Secretary. We'll activate Miracle Fusion, fusing Stratos with Blazeman for Elemental Hero Great Tornado. Great Tornado will have the attack of Access Code Talker, reducing it to 2650. Player draws Ghost Bell. Summons Lady Debug. Lady Debug will swing over Shadow Mist. This will allow the player to add Elemental Hero Solid Soldier to hand. Access Code will swing over Nova Master for 50. Duelist A is at 100. Access Code Talker will then banish itself to destroy Great Tornado. Player summons Solid Soldier. Use its effect to summon Ocean. Activates Mask Change to turn Solid Soldier into Masked Hero Dian. Solid Soldier effect will activate, targeting Shadow Mist. Player will activate Ghost Bell and Haunted Mansion to negate that. Dian will swing over Lady Debug, and his effect will activate to summon Elemental Hero Prisma from his deck. Ocean Master and Prisma will both swing. Prisma's effect will activate, revealing Elemental Hero Dark Bright, and he will send Necro Shade to the graveyard. He just needs 100 damage and he can beat the hero player. He summons Sword Soul Moye. Moye is going to start doing the Sword Soul thing, so I can stop narrating that, because everyone knows it. If incantations are as good as searching through the deck as you say they are, then yeah, having a 60-card deck of incantations should be no problem. Players doing the Sword Soul thing. Long one does 1200 for game. I picked up a couple of incantation cards not too long ago because I was getting some stuff together for an agent deck. And there were some fairy monsters I needed from that set. Player activates Shadow Fusion. Opponent will Ash Blossom it. Player summons Keeper of Dragon Magic. Passes turn. Opponent activates Foolish Burial. Player will Ash Blossom that. Player summons Zodiac Ramram. We'll turn it into Tiger Mortar. We'll turn that into Borbo. Swing directly with Borbo. Man phase 2. Turn that into Zodiac Dryden. And we'll turn Dryden into Zeus. Player draws Alibur. Opponent will activate Forbidden Droplet. This will negate Alibur's search effect. Player passes turn. Opponent will activate Zeus's effect, removing 2 to send away his opponent's board. Will summon Tri-Brigade Karis. Banishing Borbo and Dryden to summon Harpy Conductor. Harpy Conductor and Karas will turn to Samorg, Bird of Sovereignty. Zeus goes into attack mode. Zeus and the bird will swing for 5,400. During the end phase, the bird will summon Vist Valley Apex Avian. During the end phase, Samorg will attempt to activate its effect. Opponent will chain a Psy-Frame Gear Gamma, which will then chain into Apex Avian to negate the Gamma. Yeah, I'll look through incantations after this match. It's about to be over. Player summons Mist Valley Thunderbird, swings with Zeus for game. Alright. Incantation. How did I spell that wrong? Ah, that's where I spelled it wrong. Imp. Can. I don't know how to spell. So let's start looking at the monsters. Incantation Bookstone. Also, I like the artwork for all the incantation stuffs. Some Beauty and the Beast stuff. Incantation Bookstone. Level 5 monster. Reveal 1 ritual spell in your hand, special summon both this card from your hand and 1 incantation monster from your deck, except Bookstone. If this card is special summoned from the deck, you can target 1 ritual spell in your graveyard, add it to your hand. You can only use 1 Bookstone effect per turn, only once that turn. You cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck. Then we have Incantation Candal. Reveal one ritual spell in your hand, special summon both this card and one incantation monster from your deck. I'm detecting a theme here. If this card is special from your deck, add one ritual spell from your deck to your hand. So this one is reveal a ritual spell, summon itself and a monster, add a spell from your deck to your hand. Bookstone was add one from your graveyard to your hand. Incantation, Pencil Plume. Reveal one ritual monster in your hand, special summon both this card and one incantation monster from your deck. If this card is special from the deck, target one ritual monster in your graveyard, add to your hand. And incantation, Talon Misandra. Reveal a ritual monster, special summon itself and another incantation. If this card is special from the deck, add a ritual monster from your deck to your hand. You can only use effect once per turn. Alright. I'm liking the whole reveal ritual spell, summon itself, and another, get a bonus. It's a good thing these have the end tagline of you cannot special from the extra deck. Otherwise, these would be abusing link summons. And let's look at Incantation Challenge Slime. What a weird looking creature. You can ritual summon this card with Incantation's Inception. You can reveal this card in your hand, discard one card, and if you do, special summon one Incantation monster from your deck. Also, during the end phase, lose 2,500 life points if you did not special summon a ritual monster the turn after you resolve this effect. You can send one Incantation card from your hand or face-up field to the graveyard, then target one monster your opponent controls, destroy it. You can only use one Incantation Chalice Summon effect per turn, and only once that turn. We have Crealtar, the Incantation Originator. You can ritual summon this card with Incantation Inception. During the main phase, quick effect, you can reveal this card from your hand, discard one card, then special summon one Incantation monster from your graveyard whose total levels equal 10, but shuffle them into the deck during the end phase. You can only use the effect of Crealtar, the Incantation Originator, once per turn. Non-ritual Incantation monsters you control gain 2,000 attacks, but their effects are negated. Interesting. With Crealtar in play, incantations can just reveal a bunch of stuff, summon themselves, and then they still let you summon from the extra deck. Interesting. Incantation Thanatosis, field spell. When this card is activated, reveal one Incantation monster in your hand and special summon two monsters with that monster's name from your deck. Then shuffle the revealed monster into the deck. Once per turn, if a ritual monster is special summoned to your field, you can target one card in the field, destroy it. Alright. Good way to get monsters on the field, trigger incantation effects. Then there is Incantation Inception. This card can be used to ritual summon any ritual monster. You must also tribute incantation monsters from your hand or field whose total levels equal or exceed the level of the ritual monster you ritual summon. If this card is in the graveyard, you can send one incantation card from your hand or face up field to the graveyard, except Incantation Inception. Special summon one incantation monster from your deck, then add this card from the graveyard to the hand. You can only use effective Incantation Inception once per turn. I like it. This does have very good cycling, like you'd said. The ritual deck I'd want to make would be the one for Ruin and Demise, because I have enjoyed those cards. That's not how you spell that. Yeah. Ruin Supreme Queen and Demise King of Armageddon are cards that I liked because I was there at the set release when they first came out. And me getting a Demise King of Armageddon is what allowed me to win my matches for that pre-release. So I've always had a soft spot for the big blue guy. And also seeing that they got more support with Breaking of the World, Cycle of the World, Turning of the World. And also the little bit of lore that was added during their solo gate has made me enjoy them even more. I like the way you think, Respawn. A Rune Supreme Queen. Ritual summons card with Cycle of the World. This card name becomes Rune Queen of Oblivion while in the hand or on the field. While this ritual summon card is on the field, ritual monsters you control cannot be destroyed by card effects. If all monsters use ritual on this card were ritual monsters, it can make a second attack during each battle phase. If this card destroys opponent's monster by battle, you can inflict damage to your opponent equal to the destroyed monster's original attack. She has nice protection for ritual monsters, good stat line of 29 by 30. And let's look at Demise. Demise, Supreme King of Armageddon. Someone with Cycle of the World. This card names become Demise, King of Armageddon while in the hand or the field. While this ritual summon card is on your field, your ritual monsters cannot be destroyed by battle. So that's other protection for rituals. If all monsters use a ritual summon this monster were ritual monsters, you do not pay life points to activate its effect. Once per turn, pay 2,000 life points, destroy as many other cards in the field as possible. And if you do, inflict 200 damage to your opponent for each card that destroyed they controlled. Yeah, writing out deck lists with 60 cards sounds like it'd be a pain, because it's annoying enough writing out like a 40 card list for a tournament. Yeah, don't sweat it too much. Just looking at the deck list I have available, I need to make videos showing off the Agents deck, the Danger deck, the Reptiles deck, Exomagistus I still have to actually take live. So I've got other stuff that I need to worry about first before I go trying to make something else. Rocket Man needs updated. Evil Twin still waiting for Trouble Sunny to come out in this game proper. Dragon Maid could probably use an update. Lunalight is what it is. Let's be honest. Claim that. I still have to do actually a video with the event going on right now because I've only played one match in it. I really gotta get on this. And I will. This week. For sure. Pinky swear. You can't see me crossing my fingers. Alright. Opponent has Tri-Brigade and Nadir Servant. Activates Nadir Servant. Sends one away, gets Dogmatica Ecclesia. Summons Tri-Brigade Kit. Passes turn. Opponent summons Dino Wrestler Pankratops. Then activates Reasoning. Declares level 4. Actually gets it. Summons Gizmek Teniguku, which will swing over Tri-Brigade Kit. Kit will send Nerval to the graveyard. Nerval's effect will activate, adding Fractale to hand. Then Pankratops will swing for 26. Player draws Whiptail. Activates Raigeki. Pankratops will activate its effect to destroy Raigeki, which Raigeki will still resolve. Player summons Fractale, uses its effect, banishes Nerval and Kit to summon Ancient Warrior's Oath, Double Dragon. Special summons Ecclesia, adds Dogmatic Fleur de Lis. Fleur de Lis' effect will summon itself. Player will swing with Fleur de Lis, increasing its attack and Ecclesia's. Swings with Double Dragon, and then Fractale for game. That was a quick turnover. Alright. Not quite sure what this guy's playing. Opponent activates Nadir Servant. Sorry, nope. Activated Branded Opening. I'm blind. Sends Despian Tragedy, special summon Dramaturge, summons Alibur, activates Despia Theater of the Branded, fusing Dogmatica Ecclesia, Dramaturge, and Alibur for Despian Proskenian. Dramaturge of Despia will summon itself back, being used in a fusion. Passes turn. Player summons Cypher Wing, activates Sorceress Spell Wall. Swings with Cypher Wing into Dramaturge, discarding Honest to become bigger than his opponent. Deals damage, passes turn. Player activates Despia Theater of the Brand again to fuse Fallen of Albaz with Ad Libitum of Despia to summon Masquerade, the Blazing Dragon. Dramaturge of Despia effect will go off, which will bring back Dramaturge. Yes. Player will swing with Dramaturge, opponent will activate Magical Cylinders, negating that attack. Masquerade will swing over Cypher Dragon, and then Proskenian will swing for 32. Player summons Schwarzschild, Limit Dragon. Opponent activates Branded Opening, summoning Ad Libitum of Despia. Player activates Mask of Brutality onto Schwarzschild, which will then swing over Proskenian. Alibur will be summoned back because a fusion monster was destroyed. Ad Libitum's effect will activate, boosting the attack of all monsters on the field. Masquerade and Albion will fuse to make Predaplant Dragostelipia. Dramaturge of Despia's effect will activate. Dramaturge will crash into Schwarzschild, which will trigger the effect of Theater of the Branded to summon back Proskenian, which will swing for game. Not sure what his end goal was, but the Cypher Wing player held out as long as they could, which was longer than I thought they would. Alright, Super Heavy Samurai. Player summons Samurai Magnet. Use its effect, opponent chains max C. Magnet will summon Samurai Drum. They will then be synced off into Naturia Beast. Player passes turn. Player activates Pot of Extravagance. Player will negate it with Naturia Beast. Player activates Toon Kingdom, which will be negated by Naturia Beast. Player summons Blackstone of Legend, tributes it, summon Red Eyes Toon Dragon. Player activates Toon Bookmark, which will be negated by Naturia Beast. Player goes to battle phase, passes turn. Player will tribute his opponent's Red Eyes Toon Dragon for Gamma Seal. Summon Samurai Soul Piercer, link it off into Samurai Scarecrow. Soul Piercer's effect will add Samurai Battle Ball to hand. Scarecrow will tribute Battle Ball to summon Battle Ball. Battle Ball and Beast will be synced up into Samurai Destroyer. Goes into battle phase. Samurai Destroyer will swing over Gamma Seal. Opponent summons Blackstone of Legend again, this time linking it off into Link Karibo. Blackstone of Legend effect will activate to return Red Eyes Toon Dragon to the deck and return a Blackstone of Legend to the hand. Player uses Scarecrow's effect, discarding Big Ben K to summon Big Ben K. Destroyer will swing over Link Karibo. Then Big Ben K will swing for 3,500. Opponent activates Pot of Extravagance. Then activates Toon World. And Monster Reborn, summoning back his opponent's Jizukiri. Jizukiru. Player activates Comic Hand, taking control of Samurai Destroyer, which will then swing directly. Jizukiru will swing over Samurai Scarecrow. Big Ben K could swing into Samurai Destroyer for game. Player summons Samurai Scales, uses its effect to bring back Battle Ball. Battle Ball will send itself and Jizukiri to the graveyard to synchro summon Super Heavy Samurai Steam Train King. Steam Train King's effect will banish 5 spells and traps from all graveyards and do 1000 damage to the opponent. Unconventional Super Heavy Samurai win. What are we calling this one? Bump the old caps lock. Alright, let's look at your list. Let's go in order. One, two, three. 3 of all incantations except Child's Lemon Creator, which are at 2. Okay. Along with Supreme King Demise and Queen. Three, Plant Pathfinder. 6 Kaijus. Probably doesn't matter too much what Kaiju, so we'll go with Gamma Seal and Talamasandra. Which Kaijus do I want to fill it in? Let's just go with Godarla, because I have it in Shinies. Regeki, Harpy Duster. Three, Pre-Preparation of Rites. 3, Pot of Extravagance. That's Prosperity. 3, Pot of Extravagance. 3, Dark Ruler No More. 3, End of the World. Cycle of the World, 2 Twin Twisters, nope, 2 Twin Twisters, Summon Limit. And so you go by Jizukiri and Thunder King. You are right to do so, because upon review, excellent, point you out. Jizukiri is level 10, which means you can use it for the ritual summon as one piece. Thunder King is 9. Crealtar is 10. Shell Slime is 1. I'm going to keep Gamma Seal over Thunder King for the potential of swinging over for more damage. But you are right with Jizukiru, it being a 10-star. Alright, what do I need to make this deck work? 3 Plant Pathfinders. Gonna need... One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 super rares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ultra rares. Not impossible to get. And the extra deck will just be whatever. So let's go with these. Link. Synchro's never gonna happen. And let's make it a nice shiny extra deck. What'd be cool stuff to just throw away? Relinquished Anima, Predaplant, F-Zero, Boral Sword, Unchained A-Bomb, Seal, number 38. Halkifibrex, IP. I think Dark Ruler No More is a really good card. I like it more than Forbidden Droplet. Access Code, Mech Knight. Appaloosa. Zeus. Rebellion. And Borreload. And there we have it. What will soon be a Dark Ruler No More is a card I had been meaning to pick up, so this will incentivize. It'll push me to do so. Yeah, I need 7 ultra rares, 9 supers. Twin Twister is just a good card I should pick up anyway. I have no pots of extravagance. Are you guaranteed in anything? Master Pack. Master Pack. Legacy Pack. And I only have 3 tickets. Never lucky. But that is something I'm going to build towards, because I like it, and I like your ideas, Respawn. But this video has been going for over an hour. Got a bunch of cool matches in, which weren't all Sword Soul, so that's always nice. And have a new layout for a deck I want to run. So that means this is the end of the video. If you caught the stream, like you did, Respawn, thanks for watching. If you're catching the replay, thanks for that too. And I'll let you know how it goes, Respawn Boy, or maybe you'll see yourself in a video real soon. Bye, everybody.